Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about background blur today. A lot of people have questions about how to blur the background. So I'm going to do it with stills and video, specifically the Panasonic G7 here, which I'm showing. So when you're talking about background blur, you got to have two items. Namely, what's in the foreground. For that's going to be our limo studio light there. That is closer. And the balloons are going to be the background. That is further, of course. So now when you want to get something in focus, like you want the background clear as you focus on something close, you have to go up in your f-stop. Now when you want it to blur, you want to crank down your f-stop, stop it down, and that will create more blur. Now I'm using the kit lens, so I can't stop it down too much with that, but I'm also going to use a faster lens that will make it more apparent. So anyway, let's first do a still here. Now I've got it all the way, and you can see it here. This is f22, so both things are going to be in focus. The print on the studio light in the balloons, and there's our shot. Now I'm going to stop it down. And this is only going to let me go to 5.6, but you can already see that the balloons are blurred. So there's our shot. Now we can also do the thing, let's go back up here with our creative movie mode. Creative movie mode has the camera, the movie camera with the M. Now you see at f22 how dark it is, but if you had more light, everything of course would be in focus. So let's record. Okay. So now I'm going to slowly stop it back down, and it will get brighter and blurred. So here, 5.3, you see the limo studio is still in focus, but there's a little bit of blur to the balloons. Now let me change my lens out, and I will redo this, and you will see with a faster lens, 1.4, how much more blur you can get. Okay, now I've got the Panasonic 1.4, 25 millimeters, so I'll be able to stop it down quite a bit more. Now let's take a shot here. Now this is got the limo studio in focus, and we are at f16, which is as high as it's going. Let's just hit it. Okay, and the balloons are pretty well in focus. Now let's stop it down. This is where we were before, 5. Let's go right down to 1.4. Now you can see quite a bit of blur on the balloons. Let's take it. Okay. Now let's go to creative movie mode and go back up. It's going to get dark, and start filming. Okay. So now we are filming at f16, and you can see it's rather dark, but everything should be in focus. But now watch this as I crank her down. It's going to get brighter, but the balloons will be more blurred. That's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.8, 2.2, 2.0, 1.8, 1.6, and 1.4 is as low as this will go. And you can see quite a bit of blur on those balloons there in the background. And that is the magic of a fast lens. You can get really sweet, blurry backgrounds. But that's it. It's basically manipulating the aperture to get the effect that you want. So it's fun to play around with. Of course, what you want is to get the maximum blur. You want to be as close as you can be to the fore object, to the main object, and then as far away from the background as you can. So the closer you can get to the subject and the further from the background will be the maximum blur. So that is ideally what you want. But of course, when you're shooting indoors, you're always limited. That's why a fast lens like a 1.4 really comes in handy, because you can maximize the blur. Anyways, I hope this helps. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see yous.